was a tweet recently up on Twitter that created a bit of a stir. And I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I didn't see it firsthand a couple weeks ago, but I've seen it in the form of an image file posted to a forum that I'm a part of. I'm not going to mention who the poster is because I don't know them personally, but I'll read you the gist of the tweet before I get started on my topic for today, which is in regards to said tweet. Year 2000. Go to college or you'll be flipping burgers. 2008. What do you mean you can't find a job? Is flipping burgers too good for you? 2016. You want $15 an hour for flipping burgers? Millennials are so entitled. 2021. Why does no one want to flip burgers anymore? So whoever came up with that tweet obviously doesn't understand the whole concept of why flipping burgers and fast food jobs in a microcosm, what they really represent. And back when I was in high school and through college, we're talking mid to late 90s and early 2000s, the whole point of getting a job at a fast food place, either flipping burgers or not, depending on where you were working. Yes, there was a lot less options for fast food back then. But the whole point of working at one of those places was to A, use it as part-time job money while you're in high school to give you extra cash, aside from maybe an allowance you either got or didn't get from your parents. B, a jumping off point to something else that was a much better job, as fast food jobs at the time were considered part-time and temporary. Or C, gaining experience in a workplace to put on your resume so that when you do come out of college, if what you went to college for didn't work out, you do have some work experience to get you started on your career path, whatever it may be. And the problem we've run into for many years now, in the last 2 decades, is the fact that, and I'll be the first person to slam millennials, but I can't do it in this case because it actually has nothing to do with millennials. It has everything to do with people who have turned the fast food industry into some kind of full-time career and are now bitching and moaning and demanding higher wages. These jobs, flipping burgers and doing fast food jobs, are minimum wage jobs. They were always meant to be minimum wage jobs. They were never meant for you to sit there and be in that job for 20 years trying to eke out a living. It doesn't work that way. As someone who has worked a couple low-paying jobs, now mind you, I've never been in the food industry, but I have worked some low-paying jobs to make ends meet from time to time. They were temporary arrangements. At the most, I was doing them for a year and a half up to 2 years. I was always looking for something better or for the next career advancement. And the 17 to 18 years I spent in the paint industry did take me to a couple low-paying jobs because of life choices and life circumstances. But I wasn't just going to sit there and be in that low-paying job and stay there. And after changing careers earlier this year, and yeah, I had to start out at the bottom, being in a new profession, a new industry, but I'm working my way up. I'm starting to get raises and go somewhere. And that was the whole intent, was to use the lower-paying job as a jumping-off point to get something better. And yet these people who are in the fast food industry, and most of them are, especially in my city, most of the fast food industry, 90% of the employees are college students and high school students that are mainly in there for some quick money and then they're leaving. Or they're working multiple jobs or using it as a second job for extra income. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I want to go flip burgers for the rest of my life. It was never meant as a career path. It was meant as a temporary job. And for all these people crying about how the fact that it's still only minimum wage, wake up. It was only ever supposed to be minimum wage and you're trying to turn it into something else. And a lot of these people who are crabbing about the minimum wage burger flipping jobs can't cut it anywhere else. And I know that's mean to say that, but it's true. I've gone into a lot of the fast food places here in town and in other towns when I was working Uber Eats on the side. And a lot of them are the dregs of society that can't get in anywhere else. I'm talking aside from the college and high school students. You're not meant to sit in that job and make minimum wage, but you can't do anything else. You don't have the intelligence or the IQ. You can't multitask or be trained to do something in a faster paced environment and a higher paying job that's more desirable. You can't sit there and complain about it. It's a minimum wage job. It always has been. It's not about to change. In fact, back when I was in my teens and college years, the burger flipping and fast food jobs were even a bit less than minimum wage on the part-time side of things. Yes, that was a thing back then. I actually worked a job myself full-time that was below minimum wage. I think minimum wage was had gone up to $7.25, and I was making $7.15 an hour. But again, I was only there for 4 months. It was a temporary job, and I set off to do something better than that. So stop bitching and you're moaning about your flipping of the burgers. Too bad. Deal with it. That's life. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're not making enough money, and everything to do with the fact that you're not trying hard enough. You're not accepting the fact that you need to look in the mirror and do something better and improve yourself. You're going into this burger flipping, sitting there, staying there, and then bitching and moaning about everything else because everybody makes more money than you. Stop. That's all for today. Have a great day, everybody.